splash here tonight.
Here we go.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And now the opening lineup for New York. At the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Barrett in at the 3, the small forward. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
Boy, when you think back to 2021 and the year Julius Randle had, guys, a first-time All-Star, winner of the Most Improved Player Award that year, but then follows it up with a disappointing 2022 season.
And Randall drops them both. And talking about Randall, Doris, you could see the emotions boil over at times during that 2022 campaign.
B.A., there were multiple fines and altercations, and that can happen when you don't meet expectations and frustrations mount. And in particular, when you're dealing with the New York media and that passionate fan base, things can escalate.
Here's Brunson, following the bucket by the Wizards. Barrett passes to Randall. Shot clock at 5. Morris against Brunson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Well, this is the all-around game of Julius Randle, right? We think he can score it, board it, but how about that pass?
Morris passes to Porzingis. Morris against Brunson. Back to Porzingis. From 7 feet. Over Randall. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Very tough to affect the shot of Porzingis without leaving your feet. And KP, because of that, has the ability to keep them off balance. Boy, you think about the surprises at the trade deadline back in 2022. The one that shocked me the most, the Mavericks sending Kristaps Porzingis to the Wizards. I was shocked.
Beal outside. Gafford with a screen on quickly. Three-pointer. Beal sinks the tray. Beal's got 5 now.
How easy does he make that look? That's effortless.
Doris, the big Porzingis trade really did catch people off guard.
It seemed when he was acquired by the Mavericks that Kristaps and Luka Doncic were going to be the backbone of the Mavericks for a long time. How quickly things change in the NBA.
Randall against Porzingis. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Brunson against Morris. Out to Beal. Launches a 3. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Give him 8.
Bradley Beal may be the premier off guard in our league, and off a clean pass, turn the lights out. That's going down.
Now here's Brunson. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here. Beal with it. Randall's in his pocket. Morris passes to Beal. Kuzma outside. Oh, he airballs the triple. That one was way off. New York trailing. Outside Brunson. To the inside. Outside for Randall. Lets it go from deep. New York no good that time either.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Beal. Give him 8. Outside Porzingis. Back to Beal. Shot clock at 6.
Length, instincts, all of that contributes to an intimidating defensive presence. Go ahead, Mitchell Robinson.
Quickly up top, pounded by Beal. For 3, Randall. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
How about this, Doris? The Wizards haven't been to the conference finals since 1979. Unreal.
That's exactly right, B.A., and it gives you some sense of how tough it is to be successful in the NBA, because it's not that long ago that their backcourt consisted of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Many at the time considered it one of the most dangerous in the league and thought they would be here for over a decade. It does show you how hard sustained success is in the NBA. Boy, that is just tremendous concentration from Bradley Beal. Defense all over him, no problem.
Washington has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. On the take. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
Well, Bradley Beal's playmaking ability is drastically improved. Nice drive on that one. Boy, when you consider that Bradley Beal entered the NBA as one of the sweetest shooting guards in the league, but over the course of his career, he's added elite playmaking, and he's as dangerous and complete an offensive force as there is in the game.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Drills it from deep. Brunson's got 5.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Outside Porzingis. Drives to the hoop. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Wow, Kristaps Porzingis puts the ball on the floor, gets right to the cup.
Randle can't hit. Outside Porzingis. And so they foul intentionally.
Bad foul. That's not who you want to send to the line.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Boy, if there's one big man who exemplifies the evolution of size in the NBA, it's KP. Kristaps Porzingis can stretch the floor. He can get out and run in transition. It's a combination you almost have to have.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. At forward, it's Barrett and Randall. Jalen Brunson is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Robinson in at the center position. Here's Randall. And he can't get that one. And Washington the other way now. Here's Kuzma. No good that time. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks so much, Brian. Well, the Knicks trying to find their way back to the playoffs. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, you can't look backwards and you can't look too far down the road. You just have to take a look at today, lock into what we have to do, and focus on how we can be better. Back to you.
No shortcuts to greatness, Allie. Thanks for that. Morris passes to Beal. Gafford with a screen on Quickly. Here's Kuzma. Back to Beal. He takes it in, and then Beal with the dunk.
This guy's in attack mode. Bradley Beal taking it strong.
Here's Brunson, kicks it to Quickly. And rejected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Kuzma. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Brunson passes to Randall. Just 5 on the clock. And you listen to the great defenders. They talk about disrupting the rhythm of a score. Doris, how do they accomplish that?
I think it can occur, Brian, in any number of ways. The first thought you have, obviously, is being physical, obviously within the rules. You can try to deny touches. You can try to deny spots on the floor that players are trying to get to. It can also be psychological. Try to get under the skin of the offensive player you're contending with.
Barrett, and he dunks it down.
Wow, the hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
Morris down low. Brunson defending. Beal outside. Back to Morris. Jacks up a 3. And again, Washington with a triple.
What a pass by Bradley Beal. This guy is an elite scorer, but don't forget about his passing skills.
Pass to Quickly. Outside Barrett. Now here's Brunson. Randall on the screen. And he's going for the lob. And Porzingis with the block.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
Kuzma finds Morris. Porzingis with a screen on Barrett. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Brunson passes to Randall. Kicks it to Quickly. Back to Randall. He shoots, finds the open look, and it's on target. Randall's got 7 points.
Boy, when we talk about guys taking that step, improving their game, Julius Randle, the example of this. He worked so hard on that jump shot.
The Knicks have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter.
And Bradley Beal getting a huge contract this summer. Now, he committed to being with the Wizards for his prime. And there was some speculation he might leave, but he cemented his time in Washington for many years to come.
And New York shooting just 38% in this quarter. And here's Brunson from the arc. Gets the three to fall. Give him 8.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Out to Beal. And that comes off the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, Bradley Beal works so hard to find the opportunities on the offensive end. He knows he's responsible to carry the load.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Now, before he arrived in the NBA, Jalen Brunson had a ton of success in college. This guy instrumental in Villanova's national title in 2018.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Here's Beal into the lane, and then Beal with the dunk.
Boy, this guy's so springy from the 2-guard position. Just incredible athleticism by Bradley Beal on the drive.
Quickly passes to Randall. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's Barrett on the wing. Back to Randall. This one for 3. Connects from downtown.
Well, credit Julius Randle. Off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
Morris outside. Here's Porzingis. And that concludes the first half. Allie, as always, thank you. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. How about Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game?
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
They've got Kispert, Denny Avdia out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Kendrick Nunn, and it's Wright in at the point guard position. That's the group for Washington right now. Well, for the Knicks, what's it going to take to bring them back to the glory days?
Oh, that's a loaded question, B.A. But first of all, a superstar would certainly help. They haven't really had one for quite some time. If they can either develop or attract an elite all-star player, that would be a start to turning this New York franchise around and becoming possibly a contender.
Toppin outside. And they'll get another chance. Pass to Grimes. Second chance shot. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Washington's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Down low. Here's Avdia. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Right, if you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass, on time, on target.
And it's 6'9", Denny Avdia with great size for a wing grab.
Yeah, B.A. And you combine that with his motor, too. I mean, he's already an excellent defender with the versatility to cover inside and out.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Bradley Beal played for Coach Greg Popovich with the U.S. national team, and Pop said, quote, he's hard to keep up with. His balance and movement are very impressive. He stops on a dime, can pull up and shoot. That, along with his excellent footwork, are the most impressive things for me. Brian?
Yeah, great breakdown there, Allie. Thank you.
Well, you combine size, aggression, and toughness, and you get Taj Gibson. My goodness, nicely done.
And it's Rose penetrating to the paint. It's stolen. Down low. Blocked. Toppin against Wright. Rose outside. Back to Toppin. Pulls it from the corner. That one's good for two. Toppin's got his first basket.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Pass to Avdia. Back to Wright. It's intercepted. It's hard on the wing. Toppin with it. Here's Grimes. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 6 on the shot clock. Hartenstein had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And here's Kispert from the arc. Buries it from 3. And the Wizards lead by 14.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Back to Toppin. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, you think about the Washington Wizards and the tough ending to their season. They got out of the gate so hot, but cooled off and came in 12th in the East. That was their lowest ranking in 9 years, guys.
Right with the ball. Hard covering. Pass to Kispert. Here's Avdia. Offensive rebound. They swipe it. Rose against Wright, and they go to the intentional foul. That free throw, no good.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
Good on the second one. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Right with the ball. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the good news for the Wizards is there's really nowhere to go but up.
Right, you have to learn from your mistakes and understand that the course of an 82-game season, it's not dictated by what you do in the first 15 games. I think these Wizards are ready to do just that, start to establish some consistency. Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Pass to Gibson. Here's Avdia. Right side, none. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Obi Toppin.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Over the last couple of seasons, Doris, the Knicks have played great defense.
Well, look no further, B.A., than their head coach. Obviously, Tom Thibodeau built his reputation on the defensive end of the floor. It begins with attitude. It means playing on a string, being committed to each other. Everyone will play defense at all times, no possessions off.
And Jalen Brunson, he's a great option on the floor, Grant.
Yes, he is. Can attack from different levels of the floor, solid shooting threat from outside, and gives you another playmaker to initiate the offense.
Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Washington. Morris passes to Beal. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, and there's the whistle, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Fourth team foul.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he knocks down the first one. And Beal drops them both.
Bradley Beal went from being a consistent all-star to becoming one of the most efficient and dangerous scorers in the league. What a transformation.
Now a timeout called by New York. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Brunson, up and in on the layup. Brunson's got 14 points for the game.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for the Knicks. At the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Obi Toppin. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Here's Porzingis. Kuzma outside. 4 on the clock. Reverses. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Wizards.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points. Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Morris passes to Beal. Back to Morris. That one falls. Coming off Beal's feed.
Well, terrific secondary playmaker. Beal with a nice find.
Brunson against Morris. From behind the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. The three is up. Hits the trifecta.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. For three, Randall sends it home from three-point land.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
It's Kuzma with the miss. New York has gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Randall, a screen on Morris. And here's Brunson from the arc. It's stolen by Kuzma.
And it's pretty simple. I mean, once you leave your feet, you leave yourself with very few options.
Here's Porzingis. Banked it in off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 12.
Well, this is what you want to see. It's 7-3. Kristaps Porzingis finished through contact.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Robinson. Over Gafford. The kick out to Brunson. Oh, he trains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Morris against Brunson. Morris passes to Gafford. And that comes off the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. New York has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the 4th. Outside for Randall from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
And it's Beal penetrating. And no good. New York has gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. And that's good. Randall for 3. Randall's got 12 points in just the second half.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Porzingis has gotten 4 this quarter.
Now, this is an aspect where Porzingis has been criticized, not rebounding with authority, but boy, he does so there.
Here's Robinson, and a big finish by Robinson.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Oh, nice shot by Morris.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Here's Brunson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
Morris passes to Beal. Pass to Kuzma. The 3-ball. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Brunson passes to Randall. Yes!
Yeah, you know that when Julius Randle gets into his rhythm offensively, he can be problematic for defensive teams.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And stolen by Brunson. Here's Toppin. Here's Grimes. Not going to go that time. So we see the Wizards get the win here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job.
matchup in this one with two incredible talents going head-to-head.
And we've been really spoiled with all of these guards that we get to watch. The league today has as much talent at the 1 and 2 as it ever has.
So the Nets starting 5. We got Ben Simmons, also Johnson out there. And it's Bridges in a 2-guard spot.
And it's fun watching Beal take these shots. He's a master at knowing when to catch and fire.
Now, here's Bridges. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Morris, no good. Dinwiddie outside. The pass to Claxton. And the rejection by Gafford. Outside, Beal. Gafford sends the pick for Beal. Gafford kicks to Beal. Three-pointer. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And this is his bread and butter. Give Beal these looks from deep, and he is going to knock him down.
GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown. And his playmaking, when the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
Here's Morris. After the basket by Brooklyn. Outside, Beal. Pass to Porzingis. Over Simmons. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bridges inside. He's covered by Beal. Beal with the block. Kuzma kicks to Morris. With the drive. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the game. And the Nets, Richard, are trying to build a legacy where they're recognized as one of the league's true glamour franchise.
And they've got the star power and they've got the market. You got an ownership that is willing to pay for it. They will do everything, but ultimately it's going to be the players and how they perform on the court that will dictate how this success is viewed.
The infrastructure is there. Now can they get the players to fill the role? Beal from long range. Out to Morris. Outside, Beal. And finished off by Beal.
And people thought Beal was just a shooter out of college, but he rounded out his game when he learned how to finish through contact.
That one goes in.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Porzingis can't hit. For Brooklyn, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Simmons, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best effort.
Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". That's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
Now, here's Johnson. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Inside. And Gafford throws it down.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
Dinwiddie with it. Now Beal defending. Bridges. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Porzingis sets the pick for Beal. Let's go. Porzingis can't hit.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
A three-pointer, no good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Bridges passes to Johnson. Here's Claxton. To the middle. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
Beal with a screen for Morris. Outside Beal. Back to Morris. Outside Beal. With 4 seconds on the clock. And the jam by Beal.
And there's that creativity from Beal. When he's in flight, boy, he's going to show you something special.
Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Wizards? And Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. Morris and Beal are the guards. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Gafford into the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Here's Beal after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Morris kicks to Porzingis. Back to Morris. Pocket 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before. Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, die-hard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Dinwiddie against Morris. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call on Washington. And Simmons. Slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Bridges with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Johnson outside. This one for 3. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Johnson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
And over the last couple seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
The adjustment, man, what a finish.
Here's Simmons. Here's the drive.
Nice play by Simmons. So good at switching gears with the ball in his hand.
Porzingis sets the pick for Morris. Pass to Porzingis. Simmons with the defensive effort. For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal. traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. Wizards trail by 4. Here's Kuzma. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with how well he moves at 6'10", Kuzma is a really hard matchup, forcing a foul there.
And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker, looking to round out his game and take that next step as he's just entering his prime.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Ah, they're going for the throat.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
Johnson, and the rejection by Gafford. Deflects the pass. Johnson, the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Johnson. 59 seconds left here in the second. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
God, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Kuzma. And they get it back. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie dishes to Bridges. Pass to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Dinwiddie wide open. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Substitution on the court.
Wizards trail by 8.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
And Gibson kicks to right. Takes it inside. He can't hit that time.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away after the break. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. They've got Simmons. Joe Harris is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Thomas. And it's Curry in at point guard. Thomas passes to Curry. O'Neal a screen on none. Curry outside. The shot will not fall. And it's Wright with the ball for the Washington Wizards. 8-point game. None can't get it to fall.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Curry kicks to O'Neal. For 3. Trains the three-pointer. O'Neal's got the lead. Back up to 10 now for the Nets.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Simmons. Now, here's Nunn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Wright looking around. The three. And again, Washington with the triple.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Well, I play for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Harris. They break it out, 5-on-3. Outside for Curry. Back to O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And, well, over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. Now, here's Curry, following the miss by Taj Gibson. Harris looking it over. Shot clock at 6. Pops in the layup for 2. And the Nets lead by 9.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Washington going with a whole new group here. Some changes for Brooklyn. 1:29 left in the third. Here's Morris. Here's Gafford. And another miss by Washington.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Johnson sets the screen for Simmons.
And
now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
First team foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the
previous play is under review.
angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
How hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Right, he's checked in for Monte Morris. That free throw missing. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
And it's Wright missing. Nets leading by 10. Bridges outside. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Beal with the steal. And here's Porzingis for a three. And another miss by Washington. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Porzingis. Wizards have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. There's Beal with the 3. Kept alive by Washington. Porzingis finds Wright. And again, Washington no good. Johnson outside. And so it's Brooklyn with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Right. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Wizards trail by 10. Bradley Beal is out there with Wright. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And there's Porzingis. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. And Gafford throws it down.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop. That thing is over.
Dinwiddie against Wright. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 8. And here is Simmons. To the paint. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Porzingis with the steal. Kuzma finds Porzingis. And they go to the intentional foul. Timeout called the Nets.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Dinwiddie dishes to Simmons and stolen by Wright. Here's Beal driving in. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And this is Beal at his best. He's cooking with grease, and his teammates need to keep feeding him.
Now Dinwiddie. Oh, the lob for Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And Wright kicks to Beal. The pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Possession to Brooklyn.
Nets leading by 6. There's Dinwiddie. The dish to Simmons. Basket good. Simmons got 24 points.
A nice bit of muscle from Simmons there, pushing through the contact and finishing strong.
Johnson surveying the floor. Lets it go with the 3. Simmons. And Simmons is right there. And it's a 10-point Nets lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets. Beal, the pass to Kuzma. Driving the lane, and Kuzma slams it in.
What a jam from Kuzma. The athleticism there makes him look unstoppable.
Johnson sends the screen for Dinwiddie. Passes it to Claxton. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. 1:51 left in the game. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
shooting 2.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. So he can't get either to fall. Wizards trail by 8. A drive by Beal. Gafford inside. Outside, Porzingis. Beal with a screen on Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Tries yet again. Porzingis can't hit. Nets leading by 8. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Bridges inside. He's covered by Beal. Misses from close range. Down low, Gafford. It's sent back down by Simmons. Bridges outside. Pass to Claxton. Right against Curry. Over right. And the Nets miss again. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And it goes down 2 points.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
Curry against Wright.
Washington foul. First personal foul. Second team.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Seth Curry.
So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
For the screen on Curry. A wide open look here for Wright. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Washington ball.
.12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Beal kicks to Porzingis. Lets the 3 fly. It's good from beyond the arc.
And when you rank stretch bigs, you have to place Porzingis toward the top of that list. This guy is a pure shooter at 7'3".
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they
should see a lot of guys jousting for position in this one. Brent, we've got two teams that can rebound with the best of them.
Yeah, when you have a physical game like this, BA, the one worry is there going to be a lot of fouls? Because you don't want any of these guys out of the game with the way they control the glass.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. We've got Cameron Johnson. Ben Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Timeout called, the Nets. Dinwiddie outside. Out to Bridges. Pass to Claxton. There's the triple. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
Here's Sims. Three-pointer, no good. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Bridges outside. Pass to Johnson. Back to Bridges. Stolen by Dinwiddie to the middle. And slam dunk by Simmons.
As point guards go, I don't know that anyone can throw it down like Simmons. He dunks more than most centers do.
And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, BA, it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted.
Now here's Simmons. And there's the drive. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Randall against Johnson. Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And the coaching staff enjoying that as Randall is becoming a bit more of a facilitator.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Randall pulls down the board. New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Barrett can't hit. The Nets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Dinwiddie passes to Simmons. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Brunson against Dinwiddie. Brunson passes to Barrett. Outside for Randall. 6 to shoot. He can't hit that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves trying to put together a championship caliber team.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Bridges against Brunson. Pass to Randall. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2. Are those big decisions by the Nets front office difficult to deal with as players?
You know, some guys can ignore the politics, but I'm sure others do have questions at the end of the day, though. These guys just want a ball. And ultimately, I think they just roll with the punches. And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Open shot from Brunson. Another one falls for New York.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. And he drives in. Oh, and the jam by Simmons.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
Brunson against Dinwiddie. The 3, Barrett. Rebounded by Johnson. The Nets with a lead. Simmons, the pass to Johnson. It's rebounded by New York.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Here's Sims. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. From close range, can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. The Nets have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Johnson. Dinwiddie outside. Unloads. And there's another one for the Nets.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
For 3, Randall. A shot, no good. He got it up. Ben Simmons getting it done for Brooklyn. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be.
And a big round of applause for your Knicks City Kid.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The backcourt comprised of Brunson and Barrett. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Sims in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now Brunson. Randle, a screen on Dinwiddie. Outside for Randle. Simmons with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Dinwiddie passes to Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Right side Robinson, and stolen by Simmons. It's Bridges on the wing, takes the 3, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Mikel really showing a nice confidence in that shot right there as his shooting percentages are trending up.
Yeah, ever since the Nets relocated to Brooklyn in 2012, the rivalry between the Nets and Knicks has intensified. Now, both teams trying to prove that New York belongs to them.
Blocked! They retain possession, just 5 to shoot. Outside for Randle, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time, and that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Up top Dinwiddie, Brunson defending from deep, Johnson, and the basket's good off the assist from Dinwiddie. It'll be hard for the Nets to take New York City away from the Knicks. They've been there so long.
That's so true, B.A. But the Nets have attracted more star players lately. Top free agents choosing to go to the Nets instead of the Knicks. We'll see if this trend continues moving on.
Brunson against Dinwiddie. Randle outside. They need this on the take, and it's Randle with the jam.
Well, got the momentum. Randle's a terror when he gets those steps underneath him right to the rack.
Simmons with a screen on Barrett. Randle with a steal. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Randle outside. Fires for 3. Knocks down the triple. Randle's got 7 points.
Well, improving his three-point range and confidence and rhythm from the three-point line, that's opening up some things for Julius Randle.
Here's Simmons. He takes it in. Oh, Simmons throws throws it down hard.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Sims. Simmons defending. Clock is at 3. Stolen by Bridges. Dinwiddie outside. And the league has redefined the rules a bit regarding the gather step. Players getting more leeway. What do you think about that?
Well, I think guys BA are getting a little more creative in practicing that. They will adjust to the rule. That is one thing we've seen through the years with NBA players. And so in the offseason, if you can find a way to take advantage of half a step more in order to gain advantage on a defender, I'm all for it until they change the rule back.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Barrett. And the layup is good off the glass. Barrett's got his first 2 points.
And Barrett getting down low doesn't mean he can't be aggressive. He was on that play.
Bridges outside. To the inside. Ooh, poked away. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on R.J. Barrett.
Oh, and last summer, Ben Simmons had surgery on a herniated disc. I'm not a back expert, I'm more of an ankle guy, but hard to be effective when that area is just not right.
So the Nets making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in for Claxton. Watanabe comes in for Johnson. Thomas, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Curry in for Dinwiddie. Sims. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Simmons. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
With a tantalizing combination of size and skill, Ben Simmons has to be a headache to guard.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. The Knicks have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Pass to Brunson. For 3. Driving in. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
32-22.
Curry with it. Inside. Oh, Simmons throws it down hard.
Is that an answer or what? He just one-upped him real good.
Those two relish going at each other, don't they? All right, good stuff, Allie. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Ben Simmons.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
So on the floor for Brooklyn, they've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Yuta Watanabe out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Seth Curry, and it's Thomas in at the 2.
And the coaching staff loving this. Confidence in Obi Toppin's catch-and-shoot game.
And the front office for Brooklyn has said they need selfless players who want to be there and are available.
Well, BA, the message is pretty clear. After Kyrie Irving missed most of last year due to personal choices, the Nets want all hands on deck this go-around.
From deep, Rose. And the Knicks, another 3.
And at the arc, Rose definitely picks his battles, but when he sees his chance, he knocks it down.
Next lead, 36-28.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Thomas misses. New York has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Pass to Hartenstein. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Timeout called. Brooklyn.
The Nets call timeout. Fans, a big round of applause for your Knicks sitting here.
The drive by Rose. Here's Grimes. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 3 on the clock. Rose can't connect.
Maybe a little overconfidence, trying to go big instead of taking the sure thing.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Emmanuel quickly. Since hiring Tom Thibodeau, every year the Knicks have been at the bottom of the league in pace.
Well, Thibs rhymes with grind, doesn't it, B.A.? I mean, it doesn't really, but it should.
You know, the way things fell apart for the Nets has some saying the super team's era might be ending. The Nets went all in and handed over a lot of control to those stars. Now, can they reestablish the culture that attracted them in the first place?
And I like this. Don't just put Obi on the perimeter or have him spot up. Use that length, use that toughness, let him make plays inside.
Curry against Rose.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Second team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Curry against Rose. O'Neal on the wing. Clock at 4. The kick out. Curry.
He couldn't bring the pump fake back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
And that one falls for Rose.
You know, it's great to see Rose out there. After all those injuries, Derek still has a passion for the game.
New York trailing. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Toppin outside. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Toppin's got... 8 points here in the quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Timeout called, the Nets. A big group substitution here for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Sims comes in for Quickly. Randall, he's checked in for Grimes. And Brunson is subbed in for Rose. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Pass to Claxton. And stolen by Brunson. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Randall. Brooklyn with the board. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Brunson against Dinwiddie. Johnson passes to Simmons. Bridges against Toppin. Beyond the arc. And Bridges good for 3. Bridges has got 9 points.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
To the wing on the left. Here's Sims. And he slams it in one-handed.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power. Well, one of the free agent moves that wasn't surprising was Brunson joining the Knicks. The two were enamored with each other early on in the process. A big signing for the Knicks, and Brunson now gets a chance to be a main piece of the team.
Think back in that 21 season, finally the Knicks breaking back into the playoffs. You know, it had been 7 years since they got there, and Coach Thibodeau receiving the Coach of the Year honor, well deserved. Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And here's Toppin from the arc. That shot off. And Brooklyn will go the other way with it. It was such an impressive season, and yet New York couldn't quite replicate their success the following year, Brett.
Yeah, B.A., they made some moves, and they were hoping to bolster the roster in some ways, but it just didn't go as expected, and now they're retooling again.
Pass to Sims. With the drive. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Rise up and flush it, big man. If he wanted to, he could have ripped the rim off the backboard on that one.
Outside Simmons. And here's Bridges. From deep. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. 14 points for him.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Toppin. Ooh, great D that time from Simmons. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. All alone. Again, the net score.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
And so it's Brooklyn. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, and it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Obi Toppin out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Sims in at the 4. That's the 5 for New York right now.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed. Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Stolen by Bridges. And they're on the break. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Bridges. Randle with a steal. On the break. Here's Brunson. And he jams it home with authority.
And it's Randle starting that possession.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Pass to Claxton. Outside Simmons. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, Simmons' size and strength make him a tough cover inside. The defense gets sloppy, and of course they foul him.
2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Toppin outside. Back to Brunson. Pass to Toppin. 4 on the clock. Driving to the basket. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You got to keep the defense honest, and Obi will do that with his athleticism just on the attack there.
Bridges against Toppin. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And that one's good for Brunson.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Bridges is shooting a high percentage, and the game really does come naturally to him.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Outside for Randle. The 3. The rebound by Simmons.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Bucket. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to, going right through the contact.
Outside Brunson. Randle outside. Here's the 3. Brunson finds Randle. Shoots over Johnson. Brunson passes to Randall. Ooh, and he took a hard foul. Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
People were worried that this would slow the
previous play is under review.
Close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
It's stolen away. Now here's Dinwiddie. 1:41 left in the final quarter. Over Brunson. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. And it's a 12-point Brooklyn lead. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on their turnovers. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Nets.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ben Simmons.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, it looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
61-49.
Dinwiddie outside. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And it's Simmons with the jam.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. So we...
coming into the arena earlier on. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And now Washington's starting group. Morris and Beal are the guards. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis, and it's Gafford in at the 5. Beal can't get it to go. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York.
The subject of trade rumors year after year. Beal has the skill set every team is looking for.
Well, he's elite at scoring the basketball, and he understands when and how to create for the players around him. There's only a handful of guys in this league who can do what he does with his level of consistency.
This game will probably be something of a chess match, don't you think, Greg? Both these squads love to run intelligent half-court strategies.
Yeah, you can expect to see some interesting playmaking as these squads try to open each other up and create opportunities to score.
Randall has got excellent handle, so you have to respect him off the dribble drive.
Morris kicks to Beal. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Beal's got his second basket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Randall. Over to the left wing. Here's Toppin. And he drives in, and he can't jam it through. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. Now, let's go to Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Had a chance to talk with head coach Wes Unseld Jr.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, he went into some detail about the team they're playing tonight and what they'll have to do to slow down their offense. Defensively, they want to challenge at the rim, but stay connected to the shooters. It's tough to do both, of course, but he said, we're built for this. Guys?
DA, thanks for that update, guys. What can they do to prevent a barrage of points to start this game?
I think one thing they have to do is stay connected to shooters. Obviously, though, easier said than done.
Right, you don't want to give up easy looks, especially at the rim and from the three-point line.
Give a big round of applause.
Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Of course, last season was a tough one for the Wizards. What was the biggest missing ingredient that you saw?
Well, I think there were so many things going on with the organization, Kevin. First and foremost, you brought in Wes Unseld as your coach. It was a great move, but obviously you have to institute an entirely new system on both ends of the floor. Obviously, they had some key personnel that were hurt during periods of the season. So a lot of new faces across the board for this team. So much went into their struggles.
And the shot goes in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Morris against Brunson. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. Randall's got 5 now.
Well, Julius Randle has put in time to grow his ability to make three-point shots. Nice delivery.
It's Beal on the wing. Toppin covering. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. The Wizards with the lead. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Well, Bradley Beal letting you know there's still an explosive level to his game. Off his feet, easy finish.
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last strip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him. Here's Morris following the score by New York. Here's Kuzma. Off target from outside. Now, here's Toppin. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Brunson. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:10 left to play in the first quarter. To the left wing. Toppin passes to Sims.
That's That's really good defense by Bradley Beal. Because of his size and mobility to stay on the ball and affect the shot, that's really good D.
6 to shoot. Here's a Sims. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, as somebody who grew up in New York and New Jersey, I was a Knicks fan, right? They have such a great history. Think back to the championship team of the 70s, Walt Clyde Frazier, then the Patrick Ewing era, Bernard King. They have had so many Hall of Famers.
Now here's Beal. 11 points in the game. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
Brunson, good.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Porzingis. The shot and game clock separated by 4.
A big man with a big finish.
Knicks trail by 3. Now Joppin, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Robinson a screen on Morris from deep three-point range. It's not going to go for him. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Wizards. He comes away.
And a big round of applause for your Knicks City Kid.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Another strength for them today, guys. Mid-range shooting. Normally the defense wants to give you that shot. Let's see if they adjust at all.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Morris and Beal are the guards. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Evan, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. It's Kuzma penetrating. Gafford tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Robinson kicks to Sims. Driving inside.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Throw down from Kyle Kuzma, a level of aggression.
It seemed like 2022 was all about showing up naysayers for Kyle Kuzma.
It did seem, Greg, like he came into his own a little bit, found his identity as a player. I think...
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Post game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the
previous play is
what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see
the ruling on the floor stands.
Just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Brunson scanning the floor. He takes it in. Outside for Randall. Over Porzingis. Here's Toppin. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
Viewed try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
That bucket in no time at all. Beal's got the lead up to 6 now for Washington.
Guys, these big nights are becoming commonplace for Bradley Beal. Every night you know he's going to give you great productivity.
Here's Toppin. Banked in off the glass. Toppin's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Morris passes to Porzingis. Gafford kicks to Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Washington. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Randall outside. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Pass to Sims. 1:52 left now here in the second. Randall passes to Sims. And the rejection by Gafford. Morris against Brunson. Porzingis inside. Back to Gafford. A putback. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
Beal with a screen for Morris. Outside, Beal. Back to Morris. Gafford kicks to Morris. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Porzingis. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Morris passes to Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple. Knicks trail by 3. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Brunson kicks to Toppin. Corner shot. Over in the corner, Randall. New York needs to get off a shot.
This is why so many teams are high on what Porzingis' ceiling is. His length is a game changer on both ends.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Passes it to Sims. Robinson passes to Brunson. To the middle. And stolen by Kuzma. And we've reached halftime in this one. Wizards lead by 6. And thank you, David. And we'll be back.
The Wizards, 29.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Barrett is out there with Hartenstein, and it's Rose. Then there's Emmanuel quickly, and it's Fournier in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Nunn is screen on Rose. And Wright kicks to Nunn. To Wright. Now here's Gibson. T right on him. Great positioning on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 5.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Good on the bucket.
And the D getting outwork there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Kispert, and he uses the glass on the layup. Kispert's got his first 2 points. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson, 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
90 seconds now into the second half. Rose in the post, guarded by Wright. Here's Fournier. Rebound by the Wizards. There's the three. And it's Wright missing. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. It's a 5-point game. Rose passes to Hartenstein. And he goes in for the dunk.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be. Well, the Washington Wizards trying to get their organization on track. I think bringing in Wes Unseld to lead that coaching staff is critical. Maintaining your tie to Bradley Beal is equally important. But boy, guys, it has been a while since they've had real success. Their last finals trip, 1979.
Now the pass to Quickly. 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's Barrett. Avdia with the rebound. Washington leading now by 6. And Doris, what do you think the Wizards need to make a deeper run at the playoffs?
Well, ambition is certainly a good place to start, but you have got to understand this is a process. And I think the change in management, the change in head coaching position, and the acquisition of someone like Kyle Kuzma, who's a multi-positional wing player that's important. Still a lot of questions for this organization. What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. To the inside, here's Gibson, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 15.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And that one's good quickly.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
32.
Kispert setting the pick for Wright. Kicks it to Kispert. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Doris, I've heard many times Corey Kispert talk about how glad he was to stay at Gonzaga for his senior year.
Kev, his perspective was so great. What he said was he treated that season as a, quote, runway to the NBA, and that's what it proved to be. He improved in almost every phase of the game and went from a likely second-round pick to top 15. That is tremendous.
A 3 from Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 3 assists now in this one. 32 seconds left in the third. Outside for Randall. Here's Toppin. And then Randall slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randall with a little flavor on the finish.
51-34.
Brunson against Morris. Pass to Kispert. No good on the triple. Lobbed up there for Robinson, and the dunk by Robinson.
You've got to have a great sense of timing on the alley-oop pass. Fantastic finish by Mitchell Robinson.
And so it's the Washington Wizards riding a 15-point lead at the end of the... And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Wizards leading by 15. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Morris and Beal are the guards. Porzingis is out there with Kispert. And it's Gafford in at the center, locking down the middle. The shot's good from Kispert.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Brunson against Morris. Here's a Sims, just 5 to shoot. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kispert wide open, he fires. Hits it from 3-point range. Kispert's got 5 points now in the quarter. Knicks trail by 20. Brunson kicks to Sims. Fourth quarter of basketball, we're about a minute into it. Back to Brunson. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Top of the key, Beal. Shoots over Brunson. Misses off the left iron. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 18. Toppin dishes to Randall. Here's Brunson. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Randall from outside. Rebound, Washington. Gafford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Kispert. Makes it off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 18.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And it's Robinson with the jam.
That's just good awareness from top and willing to get it to the open guy immediately. Love the unselfishness.
Pass to Porzingis. Toppin with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Brunson with the ball. And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I tell you, the amount of media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
There's Beal with the 3. Can't hit that one. The Knicks go the other way with it. Toppin finds Brunson. Back to Toppin. Morris against Brunson. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter. Wizards leading by 13. Morris outside. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Wizards.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
And Washington making a change here. Kuzma's checked in.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
White is checked in for the Wizards. Robinson down low. Gafford's there. Robinson misses. Washington has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Wizards.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Bradley Beal.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And there's the drive, and finished off by Wright.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Here's Sims, off target with the jump hook. Here's Washington. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Toppin pulls it in. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Sims the pass to Toppin. Robinson sets a screen for Toppin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And this to me is where Mitchell Robinson is comfortable operating. Because of the length and size, he can put pressure on defenders.
Deal with it. The 3 offline. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
featured both great passing squads, two of the better assist teams in the NBA.
This is how basketball was intended to be played. A team offense, making the extra pass, moving the ball. This is the type of basketball that basketball people love to watch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful brand of ball for sure. Just a joy to watch. Now Washington starting five. Morris and Beal are the backcourt pair. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Kuzma in at the three. Gafford passes to Porzingis. Down low. Brooklyn with the board.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And it's Simmons with the jam.
Big man rolling through. Give Simmons a lane to the rim, and he'll make you pay.
Here's Morris. And the dunk by Gafford.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
For three, Bridges. That shot missing. And Washington the other way now. Beal right side. Gafford finds Kuzma. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. Gafford passes to Kuzma. Just three to shoot. Here's Porzingis. The rebound by Simmons.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range. And in 2021, when the Nets traded for James Harden, they became the favorites. And after it all fell apart last season, many were left wondering what might have been.
So it's Washington now, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Beal. It's tipped. Dinwiddie outside. Bridges against Beal. Here's Simmons driving inside. Oh, and the jam by Simmons.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
You know, for the Nets, history repeating itself. Think back to 2013, their trade with the Celtics, creating another star trio. Didn't work out, and it set the franchise back for years, RJ.
Yeah, but credit the front office. They made something out of nothing. They got young assets, and they got them these stars. And they are still in a relatively strong position because they got a ton of picks in return.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Now a timeout called by Washington. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. To the inside, Porzingis. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
And early in his career, Porzingis was a shot creator. You think he can get back to that, Grant?
You know, BA, yeah. In Dallas, his role was more catch and shoot. So it'll be interesting to see in a different system how active a role KP can fill, especially going to work inside. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Bridges misses. Washington trailing. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Out left to the wing. Porzingis passes to Gafford. Here's Beal. Tipped. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Here's Bridges. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. When you look at Mikal Bridges, he's the quintessential 3-and-D wing, Richard.
With his quick feet and 7'1" wingspan, he can guard 1 through 4. And they call him the Warden for a reason. When he locks people up, he puts them in Mikal jail.
Morris against Simmons. Rebound, Washington. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Last season, Washington was hot out of the gates. They started 10-3, but things did not end well.
You know, and after that hot start, BA, a 25-44 ending for the Wizards, failing to make the play-in game as well. Just a disappointing season after the promise Washington showed early.
Here's Claxton to the paint. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma.
With a tantalizing combination of size and skill, Ben Simmons has to be a headache to guard.
And the second free throw is good. There's 21 seconds left now in the first quarter. Morris outside. Beal outside. Shoots over Bridges. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Here's Simmons. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Nets up by 5. And we'll be back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn. On the court right now for the Wizards, Morris and Beal are the backcourt pair. Daniel Gafford is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Dinwiddie, no good. And Washington with possession. It's a 5-point game, stolen by Bridges. Simmons against Beal. And that's going to be a travel. Washington ball. Morris against Dinwiddie. Morris passes to Beal. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And look at this. This summer, a 5-year extension for Bradley Beal. One of the richest contracts in NBA history. Over $240 million.
And he's certainly elite. But does it surprise you that Bradley Beal has one of the biggest contracts in the NBA, Grant?
And that's just how it works. I mean, give it a few years and all the stars will be paid the same. That said, it must be nice. Those are some big checks.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, Brian, the Wizards have been aggressively reshaping their roster. What they haven't done is tear it down and start a rebuild. That's often the most popular route for teams stuck in the middle, but the Wizards seem to be hoping they can catch lightning in a bottle. Back to you.
No appetite for the restart, Allie. Thanks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bridges. Here's Claxton. And Gafford with the block. Simmons against Beal. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Morris. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Bridges against Beal. Clock at 6. The steal. Bridges finds Dinwiddie. Back to Bridges. Now here's Dinwiddie. Simmons with a screen on Beal. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Rebound Washington.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. Well, there's so much worldwide talent in basketball right now. Teams have scouts in every corner of the globe, RJ.
Yeah, you have so much talent around this league, and you only have to go back a few years when you had every single postseason award was won by an international player. You had Pascal Siakam, Rudy Gobert, Giannis, and Luka Doncic when you talk about Rookie of the Year. So it was so much talent overseas, and it's all starting to come to the best league in the world.
Offensive board.
Physical play from Simmons chasing down the offensive board, making sure his team converts on this trip.
Dinwiddie against Morris. To the middle. Here's Gafford. Counted. And it's Morris with the assist. Morris has got his 4th assist in this one.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Dinwiddie with it. Guarded now by Morris. Johnson against Morris. Johnson inside, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Here's Beal. Pass to Gafford to the left wing. Bridges against Beal. Inside. Shot clock at 6. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Slick feed by Beal. Taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide open man.
Offensive rebound. Here's Claxton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Claxton's gotten his 2nd bucket.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
3-pointer, Bridges. Porzingis grabs the board. For Washington, they've gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start of the second. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson. That free throw good from Porzingis.
Standing at 7-3. We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent. 2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink it.
Screen by Claxton. Johnson against Porzingis. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
You know, the Wizzards really came up short last season on the defensive end. They consistently struggled to get stops, which makes it twice as hard to win games.
Kuzma, the open look. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And the Wizards lead by 3. Dinwiddie passes to Simmons. Oh, Morris with a steal.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Claxton. Kristaps Porzingis getting it done for the Wizards. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Brad, you limited their...
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It has been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Yuta Watanabe out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Seth Curry. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Finney Smith in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And here's Kispert from the arc. The offensive rebound. Back to Nunn. Goes back up. Here's Gibson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Three-pointer, O'Neal. Kispert grabs a miss. The Wizards have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Avdia. And he banks in the layup. And now a 7-point Washington lead.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Here to put on a show, your
So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Dinwiddie passes to Bridges. Back to Dinwiddie. There's the three. He buries it from 3. Dinwiddie's got 5 now.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
It's right on the wing. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis for 3. And he gets it back. Off target with the 3. Brooklyn trailing. Simmons with it. Now Wright defending. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Dinwiddie gets the bucket.
And what were they thinking, leaving 3 guys, like 3 open on the perimeter? They got what they asked for.
Right, pass to Beal. Soft touch off the glass.
We all know Beal might be a shorter off guard at 6'3", but Bradley has heart. He plays way bigger than that listed height.
Here's Bridges. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. Well, Richard, 17 years for you as a player. If you were to give some advice to someone starting their playing career right now, what do you think that would be?
Oh, it would always be get your routine down. Get your pregame routine. Get your summer routine. You got to figure out what it is that makes your game work. Because it's hard as you get older. NBA careers don't last very long. But if you put your routine, you put your game first, everything else will fall in line.
Timeout called, the Nets. You look at Kristaps Porzingis. What a contribution.
Well, he's been destroying them inside, and they need a timeout to figure out an answer or a prayer if there is one.
Stripped away. And the Wizards on the break. Right with the ball. And Dinwiddie picks him up defensively.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Screen by Gibson. Beal from outside. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the paint. Boom! He jams it straight down.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Now a timeout called by Washington. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Some noise, everyone. They are the Brooklyn Nets.
1:44 left in the third. And an intentional foul right there. Timeout called. Brooklyn.
There they go, fans. Your Brooklyn Nets team height. Brooklyn foul. Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
For Washington, they've gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Beal outside. Drives to the hoop. And then Beal with the dunk.
Nimble moves on the drive by Beal, able to just slip past the defense into a shot.
From deep. They get the rebound. The Wizards with a lead. Here's Morris. Lays it up and banks it in.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Simmons. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Timeout. Start it. Let's go, everyone. I need to get loud here for your Brooklyn Nets. How about your Brooklyn Nets? Show some love.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. Basket counts.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Beal outside. Beyond the arc. That shot is off. And Brooklyn going the other way now. Bridges passes to Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons has got 9.
This is where Simmons is most comfortable shooting from. Once he's this deep, feed him.
It's Kuzma with the miss. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson finds Dinwiddie. Over Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Dinwiddie. And a missed layup. Morris passes to Beal. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like when Beal looks to score inside because it forces the D to get physical with him.
And Beal drops them both. Simmons with it. He got it off in time. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Wizards. They lead by 1. And we're just moments away from the start. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court right now for the Wizards, Morris and Beal are the backcourt pair. Kyle Kuzma out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Gafford in at the center position. Morris against Dinwiddie. On the attack, Simmons. Well, thinking about the Aussie Vince. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. Every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Wes Unseld Jr. was discussing with his players. This is anyone's game, so he told them, stay aggressive, stay hungry. We can't afford to let up on the energy out there. He's hoping they'll finish with a flurry. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Beal against Bridges. Beal, the pass to Porzingis. Brooklyn with the board. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. From behind the arc. They get it back. Simmons against Gafford. On the attack, Simmons. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That one's on Monte Morris. Washington trailing. Beal outside. To the inside. Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Simmons, no good. And Washington with possession. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Controls the rebound and the putback.
I love whenever Porzingis hits the offensive boards. He has the height needed to hurt defenses in this regard.
Bridges passes to Simmons. Back to Bridges. Six to shoot. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Morris. Morris has got 4 rebounds now. Looking to get it going. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this would slow the action down.
The previous play is
In every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
and they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Free throw drops for Beal. And Beal drops them both. The Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. It's Dinwiddie with a drive. Bridges down low, pounded by Beal. They set a pick. And there's the lob, and it's Simmons with the jam.
Watch out below. The flying Australian, Ben Simmons, cleared for takeoff.
Morris passes to Gafford. They kick it out to Porzingis. Up top, Beal. Gafford with a screen on Bridges. Here's Beal. Deflected! And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And you've got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Clock at 2. Here's Morris. Connects on the 17-footer.
Hey, draw him up a solid play, get him an open look, and he delivers.
And late in games, throw out those analytics. Give me the mid-range. The shot, it just works.
Beal against Bridges. Simmons with a screen on Beal. For 3, Bridges. It's kept alive.
That is a hard-won rebound. Man's rebound right there. Way to battle for it inside.
Down low. And stolen by Simmons. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Johnson. Simmons with a screen on Porzingis. Johnson passes to Simmons. Johnson against Porzingis. Nets keep it alive. Here's Claxton. And finally they hit one.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. Beal, the pass to Gafford. Beal against Bridges. Beal shot is off.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Kuzma against Johnson. Bridges outside. And it's good.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Morris passes to Porzingis. Here's Beal. Back to Porzingis. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul of the game. 20 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Gafford. Intercepted.
And it's pretty simple. I mean, once you leave your feet, you leave yourself with very few options.
And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get one free throw, and they'll keep possession here. First free throw is good, and that makes it a three-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
That's tipped. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Now a timeout called by Washington. They trail by 4. 8 seconds left in the fourth. Your thoughts, guys?
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
And stolen by Bridges. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This one was in the balance right until the...
backcourts to lead the way for him.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Randall and Robinson will be the inside pair. Hart is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Barrett at the small forward. Now, here's Bridges. No good on the three. Barrett against Dinwiddie. A crossover, and it's laid in by Randall.
That's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Nets. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Brooklyn's head coach. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump, and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thank you, David. Randall's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently. And I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Brunson with a clean look. Good on the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Bridges. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Hart. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Nets have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Dinwiddie passes to Simmons. To halt the run. That shot misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. Here's Brunson. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Randall kicks to Hart. Clock is at 3. Tries it from the top of the key. Brooklyn with the rebound. Bridges inside. Defended by Hart. Simmons. Randall grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brunson the pass to Randall. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Brunson finds Barrett. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now, here's Bridges. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. 1:44 and left to play in the first.
And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple of years. Assembling a super team, and before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so don't write off that front office just yet.
Clark kicks to Brunson. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Johnson dishes to Simmons. Can they get it? He lays it in. Simmons got his second bucket.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
The pass to Barrett. Going inside. Back to Brunson. Inside. Robinson misses.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Here's Claxton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And finally, they hit one.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Hart the pass to Barrett. Outside for Randall. It's Hart on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Hart, no good. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Brunson. No good from 11 feet. And so it's New York with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their...
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next U10 team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 6. On the court for the Knicks. The forward spots will be Barrett and Randall. Jalen Brunson out there with Hart, and it's Robinson in at the 5 spot.
Man, growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
Here's Hart. Back to Robinson. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Simmons penetrating. Robinson with the block.
Well, the ferociousness that Robinson can have around the rim is impressive.
Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. And Hart has it in the corner. Brunson the pass to Robinson. They double him with Simmons. And the dunk by Robinson.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
From the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Robinson passes to Brunson. Robinson a screen on Simmons. Back to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
And Mitchell Robinson's mobility on display there, setting a solid screen and then a direct cut to the basket.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
Team seconds.
On defense, New York. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Now, here's Barrett. Pass to Hart. Back to Barrett. Clock at 6. Hart kicks to Brunson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Ben Simmons. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Dinwiddie passes to Bridges. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
They grab their own miss. Robinson. He goes up again. Now Brunson. 5 points in the game. Driving to the basket.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to come into the league.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. This is very solid offense.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your...
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Nets trail by 14.
Here's some facts. Go back to 2000, and the Knicks have won just 1 playoff series. Total. 1.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Finney Smith. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Finney Smith's got his first points of the game. And the Knicks have struggled, Brent, over the last 2 decades. Why is that?
Well, I think they've just struck out thinking that everybody wants to come and play in New York City. And when you find out that nobody wants to play in New York City, it's really hard to build a roster. They have not had a first All-NBA player since Patrick Ewing in the 90s. So there's been a big bite taken out of the Big Apple in terms of their competitiveness.
Here's Toppin. The rebound by the Nets. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Finney Smith. You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
He's perfect from the line this time. It seems like, Brent, it's been a long time we've been asking, could this be the year the Knicks turn it around?
I think, Kevin, though, it's about not just turning it around. It's about being a viable, competitive, potential deep-run playoff team for many years in succession. And is this the time? I'm just not sure.
Quickly kicks to Rose. Here he goes to the left side wing. Here's Sims. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Finney Smith passes to O'Neal. All sorts of time. And the Nets miss again.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For New York, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And quickly drops them both. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Here's Johnson. A beautiful reverse layup.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And that concludes the first half. Thank you, David. We'll be back at
12. The Knicks, 24.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Cameron Johnson is out there with Simmons. Then it's Bridges, and it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Brunson against Dinwiddie. Here's Randall. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Randall's got 6.
Yeah, it's strong, and it's athletic, and it's left-handed, so tough for guys to adjust to that. Randall, tough matchup.
Timeout called the Nets.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go and get back on track.
Another great job by the Brooklyn Nets kids. Let them hear you.
Knicks on defense. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Bridges outside. Puts the move on. And Simmons with the lay-in. Simmons got it back down to within single digits for the Nets.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Dinwiddie with it. Brunson picks him up. Outside, Simmons. He kicks to Bridges. Fires the three. Traps in the tray. Bridges has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence grow.
New York takes timeout. New York leading by 5. Brunson scanning the floor. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Robinson, that's good.
And this is where Robinson will do damage. He's got the height, he's got the length, and when he's inside, he's going to capitalize. And I love watching Mitchell Robinson play. He brings a physicality to the center position with that 7-foot, 240-pound frame.
Pass to Claxton. Stolen by Robinson. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Randall outside. Passes to Hart. Outside for Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Shot, high post, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. 7-point differential. Here's Bridges. Simmons. And Simmons is right there. Simmons got 10.
And forget the pretty offensive skills. Simmons using his length to get some gritty points on that play.
Randall outside. Back to Brunson. Randall left side. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal.
The previous play
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which the...
After review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
You know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dinwiddie kicks to Simmons. Drives to the hoop. Robinson pulls it in. New York leading by 5. Hart the pass to Robinson. Here's the pass to Barrett. Randall outside. Releases. Brooklyn with the rebound. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. Johnson kicks to Bridges. To the inside. The shot's good from Claxton.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Brunson the pass to Randall. Looking to get it going. Back to Brunson. And he drives in. Shoots the 3. Randall no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
New York calls timeout.
Timeout. New York. All right, fans. Who needs a t-shirt?
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by New York. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1 second left. Nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the...
And we've reached the end of the third. Knicks lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific dance that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Randall and Robinson will be the inside pair. Josh Hart out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Toppin in at the 3 spot. Here's Dinwiddie. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here is Toppin. Outside for Randall. Off target with his 3. Nets trail by 6. Johnson with it. And it's Toppin picking him up. Dinwiddie. And it's off from 3-point range. New York shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Hart against Bridges. Hart the pass to Randall. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. Triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different...
The previous play is
a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
During his breakout season with the Knicks, Julius Randle, I think, has another level to his game. It's about that consistency he's trying to get to. He's an all-NBA caliber player when he gets it going.
Bridges inside. Defended by Hart. New York leading by 8. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Randall, a screen on Bridges. Toppin finds Randall. With it. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Randall. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Randall's got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Claxton. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Brunson kicks to Randall. Back to Brunson. New York needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. It's sent back down by Simmons. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Trailing here by 8. Stolen by Robinson. And stolen by Simmons. Looking to end his cold spell. The shot, no good. Brunson with some nice D. The Knicks leading by 8. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Mitchell Robinson is one of the best finishers that you have down low in the NBA.
That's off his run, so he misses both. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Bridges outside. Simmons on the wing. A shot off that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Led by as many as 14 points. Hard against Simmons. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Nets trail by 8. Here's Dinwiddie. Johnson outside. Screen by Simmons. Johnson dishes to Simmons. The Knicks pull it in. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Hard against Bridges. Now here's Hart. Guarded closer. Here's Toppin. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And here's Brooklyn. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. And the Nets miss again. Here's Brunson. Simmons pulls it in. On the wing, Bridges plays it up and banks it in.
Well, Bridges is down low, doing a great job of just pounding the defense. Makes the shot.
Spencer Dinwiddie, second personal foul. 14.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Jalen Brunson.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 8. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming, and not enough time for them to get back in it.
So it's New York picking up the win. All right, David, thank you.